Hey y'all, how are all my beautiful friends doing? I hope y'all all are having a great day and welcome to my channel, Crime Time with Mal. If you are new, welcome. My name is Mallory. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Thank you so much if you are also a returning viewer or subscriber. Y'all mean the world to me, and today is another missing persons case. Y'all may have heard of her. I have not heard too many things about this sweet little 5-year-old. Her name is Oakley Carlson. She is from Washington and has not been seen since the beginning of February of 2021, so over a year now. And yet again, another little girl or child that has gone missing for a substantial amount of time. She was removed from her foster family and placed back with her biological parents, Andrew Carlson and Jordan Bowers. Now, her biological parents, they have alleged abuse in their family as well as substance abuse. So these cases just completely break my heart that these children are being taken from loving foster homes, not even like a torn foster system or like, you know, you hear horror stories about foster care. These parents were super loving. They loved Oakley so much, and she was with them for quite a amount of time. Oakley's biological parents are in jail right now, but it is on charges not related to Oakley, and of course they are pleading not guilty. In August of 2017, Oakley was removed from her biological parents and placed with her foster parents, Jamie and Eric. They were a very loving foster family who loved Oakley very dearly, like I said. They did all kind of fun activities together, and you can just tell from pictures of them that they loved her so freaking much. Oakley was with them from the time she was 7 months old, just a baby, to almost 3 years old, and was removed from their care and put back into her biological parents' care in November of 2019. From the time that Oakley had spent with her foster family, they said that they noticed a lot of red flags. They didn't go into specifics of what those red flags were, but they could tell that Oakley was not in the best of care while she was with her bio parents. But a judge's order was to remove Oakley from this foster family and to be reunified with her birth parents. As I'm sure you can imagine, this completely broke the hearts of Jamie and Eric, the foster parents, and they were devastated. Jamie said that she cried for days and days and days. She even contacted Washington to try to get this reversed and to have Oakley stay in their care, but inevitably Oakley was going back to her parents. In November of 2021, Oakley's parents had a house fire where Oakley and her 3 other siblings had lived. Now, Jordan, the biological mother, ended up calling Jessica Swift, which is the principal at Oakley's school. She informed her that they had just suffered a house fire, and Jessica ended up going over to their house to give them any school supplies or supplies in general that they may need, and tried to offer them support. Jessica said that when she got there, she did not see Oakley. She saw all the other 3 siblings playing and running around together, and when she asked Jordan where Oakley was, Jordan replied that she was in her room in timeout. A couple of weeks later, Jessica and Jordan's other daughter are actually really good friends. Jessica and Jordan ended up getting together, and Oakley's sister went over to Jessica's house for a play date. While Oakley's sister was there, she asked her where Oakley was. The little girl responded that Oakley does not live there anymore, and I believe this little girl is about 6 years old, but she said that Oakley does not live there anymore. Jessica said that she immediately felt a pit in her stomach and felt sick. She immediately contacted the sheriff's office, and actually a neighbor ended up coming forward and said that she has not seen Oakley either in quite a bit amount of time. So long, in fact, that the bus driver stopping at their house to pick Oakley up for school. On December 6th, authorities arrived at the house to do a welfare check on Oakley at the request of Jessica, the principal. Jordan and Andrew ended up saying that they last saw Oakley on November 30th, but did not provide where Oakley was or if she was even okay. Like, no condition whatsoever, no whereabouts, just she last saw her on November 30th. Investigators also noticed that Oakley didn't even have a bedroom set up at this house, or did she have any clothes there? After this fire, they all were staying at a hotel near Tombwater, and they would use their vehicle to go back and forth from the hotel to the house to pick up different belongings. But investigators noticed then that there was only one car seat in the vehicle. Now, mind you, they had this 2-year-old, this 6-year-old, Oakley should have also had a car seat because she was only 5, as well as the 6-year-old. I'm pretty sure the 6-year-old should have at least had a booster, or like those chairs with the backs that you use a seatbelt for. So I'm not sure about that one. There's only one car seat in the vehicle. Investigators did interview the 6-year-old, who said her mom told her not to talk about Oakley. But eventually she did admit that she has not seen Oakley in a very long time. In fact, before this fire even started in November. When asked if Oakley was okay, she ended up breaking down and crying, and again said her mom told her not to talk about it, but just that Oakley went off in the woods to be eaten by wolves. What in the world? First of all, why would you tell your 6-year-old that their sister got ate by wolves? Like, the trauma that this little girl alone has been through just by those words, God knows what else she has been going through, or the 2-year-old, or even Oakley for that fact, blows my mind. And it breaks my heart that parents have the nerve to talk about these things to their children. They also interviewed Oakley's 9-year-old brother, and he said that Oakley was starved, beaten with a belt, and kept in a cabinet locked under the staircase. So again, this 9-year-old, this 6-year-old, this 2-year-old, and Oakley early on in life are going through so much trauma, and I'm just gonna keep calm and continue on with the video. She was in a safe environment. They pulled her out of this safe environment and placed her. I understand they're her biological parents, and the courts want reunification with the biological family if possible, but this was not safe, and it's their duty to provide a safe location for these children. In my opinion, she definitely should have been monitored, had regular checkups with DFACs. Something should have been done to where this little girl was being tracked of, because obviously the parents didn't have a good history, and I feel like it should be mandatory for these kids to have regular checkups once they get reunified with their family that has not been with them in years. Like, police did question Jordan about Oakley's disappearance, and from this, she became extremely angry. She was yelling, clenching her fist, and just refused to talk about Oakley. During a search, police did find blood spatter on the blinds by the front door, as well as a handprint downstairs on the wall in the hallway. And during this house fire, which I found really odd, this house is on a huge amount of property, like 300 acres. And not once during this house fire did they call and ask for help. Their excuse, or their reason, was because they could not find their cell phones. And shortly after this fire, one of their friends ended up setting up a GoFundMe account. So y'all, please be very mindful when you donate to these GoFundMe accounts and make sure that it's legit. And one interesting fact that I found is in the state of Washington, y'all let me know if I'm wrong, but I found this out on my own research during this case. But a child there does not even have to be enrolled in school until they are 8 years old. Like, that's very odd to me. Here in Georgia, you have to, kindergarten is not mandatory, but first grade is. I mean, I think kindergarten is very necessary for a child's education. So I don't know. Even if you are homeschooled in Georgia, you still have to provide proof and all this documentation that you're actually homeschooling your child. And if they don't meet test requirements, like at a normal average, then they have to go to public school. These siblings are now in foster homes, and they have a court date set for April 19th of this year. They are being charged with reckless endangerment because their 6-year-old is legally blind and should be on prescribed medication and has not been on that medication or even had it filled in about a year. I believe Jordan said that they were having some insurance issues that couldn't cover the medication. It was very expensive. They couldn't afford it. But I mean, there's GoodRx and all these other different options that I'm sure. And if they have Medicaid, I know in like I said, this is different in every state, but I know in Georgia, if your pediatrician and everybody can't find the generic version of that, and this is like a need for the children, especially on Medicaid, they usually do cover it. This medication that she was supposed to be taking is essential for her growth, and I believe there could be very extreme consequences in her health if she does not take this medication on a regular basis. The couple was originally charged with manslaughter, but those charges got dropped due to lack of evidence, so they did put this one in place. I think they're just trying to keep them in jail so that maybe that they could talk and gather more information and evidence regarding Oakley until they can actually be charged with something bigger. Now, this is the part that really gets me. They are also being charged with endangerment of a controlled substance. I believe all 3 of these kids tested positive for, I might have to bleep that out, but it starts with the METH. So they were giving their children this. What in the world is wrong with these people? These poor children. Neighbors have also said that they have called 911 multiple times on Jordan and Andrew because they have had very big explosive fights around December of 2020. Oakley also went to her grandparents' home for that Christmas, and her grandparents said that Oakley did not look well. They said that she was pale, had bags under her eyes, she looked very tired, and she had sores all over her face. And the sores all over her face completely disgust me because if you know about that substance, you pick at yourself. And that is not only picking, but the substance trying to escape from your pores. She did call CPS, but she never heard anything back from them. And the grandparents have not seen them, the parents, or Oakley since that Christmas. Andrew eventually did call the fire department, and he didn't call them to bring them out to help control the fire or put the fire out. He said that he just wanted to let them know that there was a fire, it was under control, but their daughter ended up having a cigarette lighter and burnt the couch, and it created a fire. Like I said, he did tell them that they ended up putting it out, and they put this fire out for 4 hours. And I'm showing y'all the pictures, and this looks like a pretty big fire to put out yourself for 4 hours. Like, I would definitely be calling somebody for their help. I'd be freaking out. But a fire investigator ended up confirming that the fire started on a microwave on the kitchen counter. So obviously investigators want to speak to anybody that knows this family, that has contact with them, that has contact with Oakley since January of 2021. Oakley is 3 feet tall, 50 pounds, brown hair, and brown eyes. Freaking adorable little girl. Please contact Grays Harbor County Sheriff's Department at 306-533-8765. You can also contact Detective Sergeant Paul Logan at 360-964-1729. I will also leave this email address right here in case you want to email any tips to there. All that information will also be down in the description box below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions if you've heard about Oakley, and please like and share this video to spread awareness for this sweet, precious little girl, and hopefully we can find her, we can find some justice about her. I do not have, unfortunately, a good feeling about this, just like I didn't with Serenity. I just think there are way too many red flags, and with Jordan telling the 6-year-old that she was eaten by wolves, like, and obviously she's not coming home if that was the case. it makes me wonder if she's somewhere on that 300 acres. I am sure that they are searching those grounds like crazy, as well as hopefully any surrounding areas. If you haven't already and you would like to, and you like videos like this, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I would love to have you join this amazing community we have over here with Crime Time with Mal. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Again, don't forget to comment your opinions down below or just say hi. I love to read your comments and to get in your brain and see what you're thinking as well. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you in Friday's video. I appreciate you taking the time out to watch this video. I know your time is precious, and it truly means the world to me that you decide to watch my channel. I have other videos as well covering missing and unsolved and some solved cases, so if you are not done and you want to continue watching, I would love to have you check those out, and I will see you Friday. Thank you so much again. I love y'all. I hope you have a great day. Bye, y'all.